feel better every day. The troubles I had have been washed away. I'm cleaning up my act and moving on. In the silence of my room, I'll sleep all night and get up at noon. There's nothing to distract me in my dreams. Like a pillow on my face, no one can hurt or invade my space. I still walk the streets with my head high. And though I wonder where I'd be if no one had helped or remembered me, I know my own will has got me through. I know why I should try to find out why I feel so high. There's a comfort to be found when you find out there's no one else around to set your mind off track and lead you on. And though I wonder what I'd do if you hadn't told me to see it through, I know I could make it without you. I know I should try to find out why.
Hi guys. What was that? Hi guys. Hello you beautiful people. Oh wow. Right, we'll start the week, shall we? Well, it's Wednesday morning. I'm still having problems with the recording, so I will be keep looking down there and making sure it's still recording, because it's been a pain in the butt. It's Wednesday morning. It's Wednesday afternoon. It's 2:30 in the afternoon, and I'm currently sat in Stobart's yard at Dagenham getting loaded. I've got a curtain side on. I've got Eddie Stobart's curtain side on. I've had it on all week. Well, all week. I didn't work Monday. I had Monday off. If you watched previous week, you'd know this. I booked Friday and Monday off as my last 2 days of my my annual holiday before I lost them at the end of March, beginning of April. I ended up working Friday and I run back in on Saturday. I did 3 hours on Saturday morning, got paid for 6. That'll do me nicely, thank you very much. I was at home for breakfast at 8:30 with the family and with the wife and kids. Got in on Saturday morning. Prior to getting home, I messaged the wife and I said, when I get in, I says, because normally the kids greet me at the door, give me cuddles and all that good stuff. Pardon me. And I said, I don't want them to do it. It sounds harsh, but I don't want them to do it. I want to go in, you guys stay in the living room, I'll go straight into the kitchen, get all my washing in the washer, strip off down to my boxer shorts. Yes, I know, not a pretty thought. Strip off down to my boxer shorts, bung it all in the washer, get the washing on, and then I was straight upstairs for a shower and showered, and obviously boxer shorts went in the wash basket in the bathroom, just to clean as you know, so I minimise the risk then of taking anything home to the wife and kids. You know, with all this lovely Corona stuff that's going on. There we go, starting bouncing around. We're getting loaded now. So what do we do? So as I say, I came in. Well, I went into work on Monday night because I was on a 4 o'clock start on Tuesday morning. So obviously I've got an hour to get into work, so it meant getting up at before 3 o'clock. So I decided to go in Monday night. Had tea with the kids, with the wife and kids. Put the kids to bed. Had a shower. And went into the yard. Got my kit sorted out in my truck. Got my shopping put away. went to bed. 4 o'clock alarm, over to Immingham. In fact, no, that's a lie. I went to Barnsley first, dropped off the Mallinson's trailer that I had on last week, dropped that into their yard, then to Immingham to load. Got there, they didn't know anything about the reference number that I had. Ultimately, long story short, 3 hours later I ended up pulling out because that load had already been cancelled by Stobart's. It was an Eddie Stobart job, so it got cancelled in that load. I went from there, I went over to Middleton in Manchester to a place called McBride's. Loaded cleaning products out of there. They were for Tesco's at Reading, the distribution centre at Tesco's, for a 7 p.m. delivery. As I already said, I started at 4 o'clock. My 15-hour day was up at 7 o'clock. So I did tell the guys in the office, my lot, that I can't do a 7 o'clock delivery. Anyway, they sorted it. Well, I'll rephrase that. I'll use it loosely. I'll put it in quotation marks. They sorted it that I could do a drop and swap. I had an ETA for 6:30, which gave me enough time to get in, drop, swap, get back out, and get to Reading Services for the night. With a half an hour. Anyway, so gets down there 6:25. I got down there at night. Went to the gate. Basically, long story short, again, she says, "No chance. It's not happening. You stay in my truck. Stay in my trailer." I said, "No, I'm not. I'll leave." So I ended up pulling out. I had no choice. I couldn't stay with the trailer. Well, I said to her, if I stay with the trailer, I'm here until 4 o'clock in the morning. She wasn't having any of that. So I ended up pulling out, and I went to Reading Services with the trailer on. Obviously, I'd spoke to the office. The office had spoke to Eddie Stobart's, and they rebooked it for 4 o'clock this morning, which put me under pressure again, because I got into Reading with about 5 or 6 minutes left on a 15. So I ended up not getting back to Tesco's until about 20 past 4 this morning. Not my problem. I did everything I could do to get it there on time. But fair play to Tesco's, just over an hour. It was just after 5:30 when I pulled out of there this morning. Can't fault that. 26 pallets. Can't fault them on that. What did I do then? I run from there empty over to DC 420 at Rugby, which is another Stobart yard. And I loaded 24 pallets of bottled water. And I've just tipped them in Canning Town in London, E16. So a lovely couple of Chinese gentlemen. Well, Chinese orientation, Oriental looking gentlemen, but they were very much English. The way they spoke and that, they were very much English. Lovely guys. Real nice chat to them. They're doing really, really well because they supply fast food places, takeaways, Chinese takeaways, etc. So they're doing really well out of all this. So fair play to them. They're doing good. And then I've come from there. I've come across to Dagenham, which is where I am right now, loading something to go Newcastle under Line. I think it is. Look, I'm sure it's Newcastle under Line. Let's go have a look. I think that'll still work if I do that. Let's have a look if I do that. Do that. Yeah, I'm going to Best Way at Newcastle. Newcastle under Line. So it's Stoke way on at Newcastle under Line. So that's easy enough. You should have seen a little bit of footage, time-lapse footage from leaving Canning Town. Bit of a pain in the butt. Satnav was trying to take me one way to get back onto the A13. However, signage was telling me to turn left. So you may have noticed that I did start to turn left and I changed my mind and turned right. And I was thinking that maybe there was a bridge down there that I didn't know about. So I decided to stick with the Satnav and follow the Satnav through. Did I do right? Who knows? But I didn't hit any bridges and I've got here. That's what matters. So I'm going to get loaded. And we've got loads to talk about today, this week. Peterborough Truck Fest. If you're not aware, it's been postponed until August. So that's scuppered my plans that I had for Peterborough for you guys. So we'll have to postpone some of that. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the massive elephant in the room, coronavirus. We'll have a bit of a natter about that. Might do a couple of shout outs if I get a chance. A couple of people have asked me for shout outs. One I will mention right now, and that's James Marriott. James and his wife are celebrating their anniversary on the 3rd. So that'll be, date it today, Wednesday, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, Friday. So it was Friday just gone when you're watching this. Even though you might not be watching this on Sunday. I'll tell you that later as well. So yeah, James and his good lady, I think she was called Elizabeth. Not quite sure. But James Marriott and his good lady, and I do believe he said it was a birthday as well. Could have been a birthday as well, but definitely their anniversary on the 3rd. So, congratulations on the anniversary, if that's what you said. You say congratulations on the anniversary? But James, bit of a shout out for you, pal. Like I say, I've had a few more since. So yeah, that's it for now. I'll catch up with you when I'm on the road. And I'm heading up towards Newcastle Underline. Take care, guys. Speak to you soon. Right, guys, welcome back. I've still got front camera off because I'm still in the RDC. But I'm loaded. I'm loaded with Coca-Cola. There's some strange looks coming in here with this truck. I haven't got a clue what it is. Strange looks. Do have to stop at security and have the gate pass in. I'll leave the cameras running. I'll put the front camera on then as well, show you the front gate. Not too bad. We've been in here 45 minutes. Well, probably about an hour and 15 total. It's 45 minutes since I recorded last one. Sure, we've got to go over there and the gate pass in. So, right, front camera will go on now. Let's take that off. Throw it on the shelf. Cut the engine off. Back in a second. Easy, innit? Easy. I don't know if you can see it on camera. He barely opened it. Bless him. I might get lurgies off the man. We're back in a second. One second. Get through the barrier. Put it in gear, it'll pull away. Through the barrier. Let's get some of this shit off. Excuse my language. Microphone. And you guys can't complain that you can't hear me. Oh, some shit. Again, I'm swearing. Sorry. Right, let's go. So So, just going to check, make sure you're recording. That one is. That one is. Battery's low on that. I can unplug that. Unplug that. Change battery. Right. Yeah. So we're going to Newcastle under Lyne. Best ways of Newcastle under Lyne. It's 181 miles door to door. 3 hours and 54 minutes. I've got a 10 o'clock tomorrow morning booking time. So, time we on now? 3:30. I'm going to get an hour and a half, 2 hours down the road, park up for 5 o'clock. That'll be my 13 hours. With 13-hour day. I'll have at least 11 hours rest. And then scoot over to there in the morning and try and get it in early. If I can't get it in early, I just have to sit and wait. Yeah. Just trying to think which is going to be the best way to go. Back into town, up the M11 maybe? Possibly. Straight up the M11. Station, let's have a look, see what sat-nav's telling me to do. A13, 406, M11, M25, straight up the M1. Yeah. Nah, M11. Straight up the M11. If these lights ever change. Wow. Hey, we're off. Flipping out, that was ridiculous. We'll take it a bit steady, because they are bottles. We don't want them to fall over now, do we? Right, so Peterborough Truck Fest has been postponed until a bank holiday in August. I think it's the 20th and 21st, I think, of August. Not good. Obviously, it's been postponed because of this coronavirus, large gatherings, etc. It's only, what, 4 weeks away, or it would have been 4 weeks away from now. Obviously the country's not going to be back to normal in 4 weeks, so they've done right. They've done right in cancelling the May one and putting it back to August. I'd like to think that by August we're sorted out. Hopefully, I don't think the country could last much longer than that because of it. So I was giving away goodie bags, etc. I'll still be doing that in August, providing Peterborough goes ahead in August. I'll still be doing that then. But one thing I wanted to do, thank you Mr. BMW driver, you're such a gentleman. Not. One thing I wanted to do, good God. So we're in London. Yeah, one thing I wanted to do while I was at Peterborough, and that was get a lot of selfies with you lot. Anybody that's at the truck show, I wanted to get a selfie with you, and I was going to do a photo montage on a vlog. I'm not going to vlog any of the shows this year. I'm just not doing it. There's plenty of people that do it. The likes of Scott Andrews, Chucker J, Kevin T, etc. They'll all be vlogging the shows, so I'll leave them to it, and I'll just do a vlog at either side. But I wanted, that's very Yorkshire, isn't it? Right Yorkshire. I would have liked to have done like a photo montage of selfies with you guys. I wanted to take a lot of selfies. However, that's not an option. Sorry, I'm just checking the sound, making sure I get the right route. But yeah, it's not going to be an option now until August. But quite frankly, I can't wait. I want to do it now. So, what I want to do, or what I want you guys to do, is send me a selfie. Please keep it clean, unless you're really, really fit. Female, preferably blonde. size 12 to 14 would be good. No, keep them clean. Send me a selfie. You and your family, you and your truck. And you can send them in 3 different ways. You can either send me them through Facebook, Messenger, through the page. Same with Instagram, you can direct message me on Instagram, send me them there. Or, and I'll stick it on the screen down there somewhere, my business email address, that's witteringtrucker@gmail.com. Bang me a selfie across. I'll give it a few weeks until I've got a fair amount, and I'm going to do a nice photo montage of you guys. You know, end of the day, this channel's nothing without you lot, so you can get a little bit of recognition back. And yeah, the window was open a bit, so that's my plan. So yeah, get them sent over. Search for Wittering Trucker on Facebook and Instagram. You'll find me. You know, find me on both those 2 platforms just by searching that. Links are in the description of this video, of every video that's I put up. And like I say, witteringtrucker@gmail.com is a direct email address. Send me those selfies, and we'll have a bit of a laugh. Pull a funny face if you like. I don't want to see certain parts of your anatomy, whether it be front or rear, if you know what I mean, boys. Yeah, keep them clean. I'm right. It's a long time since I've been down here. Just making sure it's in the right lane. So I'm just outside Barking on the A13. I've just loaded a Dagenham. I think I said that earlier. Just loaded a Dagenham. I'm now dropping onto the 406. I really should be in that lane. Got to the 406 North Circular, up to the M11, pick up the M11 and then tootle on north from there. Sat-nav's asking me to go around the 25 and up the M1 to the A50. I might go that way, I might not, don't know. I might go for M11. Go up the M11, I might go to Cambridge Services. Snap account, there's nothing there, you can get a shower and that, there's no food or anything, with everything being shut down as it is. It should be reasonably quiet, so I might stay up there. But as we keep saying, as all the vloggers keep saying, the roads are so quiet, so quiet, it's unbelievable. I haven't seen a delay on my sat-nav. Here we go, tempting fate, but I haven't seen a delay on the sat-nav for quite a few days now. I think it was probably sometime last week when I saw one. I was texting with DD 2012. I was texting with him earlier. He's just put a video out. Go watch it. I won't give it away, but very funny. Hook, line and sinker, he got me. But he's trying to find work because I don't know if he's been laid off or put on furlough, I'm not sure. But he's not working at the moment, so he's trying to find work. And obviously, it's a hard time to find work at the moment because nobody's really employing. You know, people are laying off. Even our lot are now employing, which is, I've never, in 2 and a bit years I've been with them, and I've not seen it. I rang our lot. DD's based at Bolton, and we do have a small yard in Bolton. A few wagons in there, a couple of 3, not many. Why is this car going so slow? But it's not a massive jump for him to go to Runcorn, where our head office is. But nothing, not even for a temporary worker, there's nothing, there's just no work for him. So he's really struggling for work. And then on the flip side, you've got people like myself that's absolutely rammed out, flat out. I feel quite guilty, to be fair, that I'm working so many hours, and there's a lot of drivers out there that just simply can't get work, and I am feeling guilty. Really feeling guilty. But yeah, when I messaged him and told him that there was just nothing at our place, nothing available, and he asked what I was up to. I told him I was down in just outside central London, and he's like, he said, I've never been to central London. He said, I don't know if I want to. No, pal, you don't. Eyes in your ass. You've got to have eyes in your ass. It's like this one here. We've got an Aston Martin coming up on the inside of me. No, it's not. I could have sworn that was an Aston. I only glanced at it. I could have sworn that was an Aston Martin. It's a Ford Focus. Oh, it's not so cheaper than an Aston Martin. Oh wow. Oh gosh. I need some new glasses, I think. I do need some new glasses. I've had these the prescriptions. I've had them about 8 years. I do need to go. I do need to get them sorted out. I had my eyes tested about 2 years ago, and she told me that I needed stronger glasses because they weren't strong enough, and I ain't done nothing about it. Obviously, at the moment, I can't do anything about it, can I? So. This tipper. Normally this time of day this road would be absolutely rammed. But it's not bad at all, is it? Not bad at all. So right, I'll cut you loose for now. I'll chuck you on a bit of time lapse because we had a little bit earlier, but we'll chuck a bit more on now, all the way up to 406, like I say, onto the 11, and I will stay on the 11 up to 14 and into Cambridge services. I probably won't come back to you tonight. I'll leave it until morning, and I need to slow down because we're coming up to speed camera and I'm doing 53 miles an hour. So yeah, a little bit of time lapse, and when I come back to you it will be tomorrow morning, and we'll be heading up towards Newcastle on the line. Got so much for 50 miles an hour speed limit. So ladies and gents, I will take care. Hi guys. Well, I'm crawling up a very, very steep hill. I'm heading into Ashton-under-Lyne to deliver this load of Coca-Cola from Dagenham, where we loaded yesterday, which was only a few minutes ago for you guys. But yeah, I got to Cambridge Services last night, parked up, had my tea. I had some chilli that I'd cooked at the weekend, warmed that up in the microwave, and very nice it was too. And then I put on Tukajenko's latest vlog. He normally releases on a weekend, which he did, but it turned out to be just a one-day vlog. So he's done a second one, because obviously he managed to get footage for the second one. So he released that, I think it was released yesterday. So I watched that last night, and as any YouTube creator will tell you, it's a small world, is YouTube. And so there's only so many ideas you can come up with, to be unique or interesting. And within the trucking vlog community, it's even smaller. There's not that many of us compared with gaming channels or how-to channels, or you know that kind of thing. There's not many trucking vloggers, and so I'm chilled out. I've licked out on my bed watching YouTube, watching Tukajenko, his latest video, and lo and behold, where's he delivering? Cambridge Services, where I'm parked up. Well, that itself was a bit strange, a bit of a coincidence. It actually delivered to the building site that was on site there, which is about less than 100 yards away from where I was parked. So that was a bit ironic. And then I'm watching a bit more, and he went to load. I can't remember where he went to load, but he went to load somewhere, and he ended up finding a piece of wood to use on the ratchets to tighten the ratchets up. Well, last weekend I made some of these. And that's exactly what they're for. They fit inside a ratchet, and it gives you that extra leverage to get an extra pull, to get an extra click or two on the ratchets to get them super tight. I made one for myself, and I made three for three of our other drivers. And it was just irony. Well, I did video it. I did video the build, because as some of you know, I do have another channel, Backyard Welder, and I do all welding projects and stuff, and I film and put them on there. So I filmed this anyway to do on this channel. So it was just the irony. It was, I don't know, it was just irony. Yeah. So when I get to this place, I'll let you see that video. I'll let you see how it's used. And this van's going to squeeze down the outside of me when I need a bit of his road. Ain't you a jerk? Well done. You're in such a rush. So yeah. So I'm still a little bit baffled by it all. It was just surreal. Parked up in the same place as him, and he talks about something that I'm going to talk about this week anyway, because I'd already pre-videoed stuff, pre-recorded stuff. Anyway, so anyway, I ended up messaging him. I've got him as a personal friend on Facebook. So I messaged him, and I said to him, blah blah blah, this bit of wood, you need one of these, pal. Sent him a photograph, and I says, send me an address. I says, even if it's your work address. So obviously, he don't really know me. I might turn out to be some mad stalker. I said, send me an address, and I'll get one in the post to you. Because, as a lot of you will be aware, Tukajenko gave me a shout out very early on. Was it late last year? In fact, I think it was late last year. It was last year. Probably November time, something like that. He gave me a shout out on his channel, on one of his vlogs. And I know a lot of you guys came across to view me from Jenko's recommendation, and a lot of you stuck with me, subscribed. I can't thank you guys enough for that. Can't thank Jenko enough for that. So I tell you what, if you are a Jenko recommendation, yeah, that, you know what I mean. If he sent you across here to subscribe, just let me know in the comments. Just stick a comment on there. So Jenko sent me across, you know, something like that. So I said to Martin, I says, you know, I'll give you your address, and I'll get one to you. I says, you give me a massive boost on my channel. I'm a believer in giving back, so this is my little way of giving back to Jenko. I'll send him one of these bars. Don't cost me no. Well, a little bit of welding wire and my time. That's it. The bar I use in this particular instance is just rebar that I acquired. It's been knocking around at our depot for donkeys, absolutely ages. So I asked the depot manager, can I acquire some of it? And he said, yeah. I told him what it was for, obviously. I am making money out of it. So, oh, just caught sight of something. I don't know if you've seen that packet on the bed there. I just stopped at Burton and Derby services on the A38, A50 roundabout junction near Derby and Burton, ironically, to get fuel. And when I went in to pay, you know, to pay for the fuel, she says, as a key worker, you're entitled to a piece of hot food. You know, as in a packet of hot food. So it's not hot now, but I got a sausage roll for free. So thank you. I don't know if that's the actual company that run the thing, run the petrol station, the filling station. I go sneeze. Bless me. Yeah, I don't know if that's the actual, you know, the company that own the filling station, because obviously they're only franchised to Shell. Trash that, bit that to the wall. Or Shell themselves, I don't know, but whoever you are, whoever authorised that, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. It does mean a lot to get something for now. There's a bit of recognition, doesn't it? You know, don't expect it, don't ask for it. I get paid at the end of the week. That's what I'm here for. But yeah, thank you. It is appreciated. So right, we're a quarter of a mile away from where we're going. As I said to you yesterday, it's a company called Best Way. It's supposed to be down here somewhere. Pardon me. So look at the paperwork. Oh, that's Australian. That's English. Dalewood Road, that's all I know. I'll have a toot along down and see if I can find it. There's 2JX on the left. Sat nav telling me past Dalewood. This is Dalewood Road here. Sat nav saying I'm now reached my destination. This is Dalewood. Should be down here somewhere. Toot along a little further. It's Radwell International. Tasda on left. It's a dead end. It's head close. Anybody guessing that this used to be a mine then at some point? Oil mills on the right now. And that is a very, very dead end. Ah shit. Screw it around the end here then. So what we'll do, I found it on Google last night, so we will pull over, we'll open the Google app, see where that takes us. I know it's going to be double yellow lines, but I don't have a choice. It's either park on doubles or drive and do it.
But I won't, not here, not now. Ain't it strange when it's like no time has passed, nothing's changed, like an old foreign built to last. There are details, let's not get stuck on those. There's a story here, why not find out how it goes? Well, it's strange, but I could fall in love with you right here, right now. Yeah, yeah. I could fall in love with you right here, right now. But would it be to want the moon? Well, I feel somehow. Well, I could fall in love with you, but I won't. Not here, not now. Well, I was the one who got away. Have you found it in your heart to forgive me? I just couldn't stay. But now I'm here with no intention to disappear. Well, it's strange, but I could fall in love with you right here, right now. Yeah, I could fall in love with you, oh, right here, right now. Would it be to want the moon? Well, I feel somehow that I will fall in love with you. Yes, I will. Right here,
What can I say? 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours and one argument with a very, very rude, rigid curtain-side driver. He, as you've just seen in the footage there, you can see that I'm. Sorry. You can see in the distance there was a DHL wagon parked up. Well, when I got here, there was already another DHL part where I was getting tipped. So I went and parked over what became next to that DHL, and that DHL came in after me, right next to me. So we're minding his own business. The DHL that was on the bay, in fact you might have seen it on camera, the DHL was already on the bay, pulled out. Just as he pulled out, this little rigid pulled in, just went straight in. To say I was not amused is an understatement. I don't like people that jump queues, so I had to wander over. I said to the chap, I says, "Excuse me, sir," I says, "you do realise that sorry, I said, I do realise that you are jumping the queue. I said that other people are waiting to be loaded and tipped." Well, you weren't on the bay. I said, no, because like the DHL wagon you've just passed has just come off the bay. Well, tough. You're gonna have to wait for me now. So, oh, is that right? Anyway, I was diplomatic. I let him get on with it. Because if I'd fall out with him, I would have fallen out with him. If that knows what I mean. I don't like rude people, and that man was very, very rude. Very rude indeed. Indeed. Anyway, 2.5 hours later, we tipped. It didn't take them long to get us tipped once they got started. So we're now empty. Obviously, I got a 45-minute break in while I was waiting. I was waiting for about 2 hours. So I put it on break as soon as because they'd already told me it'd be about an hour wait. So I stuck it straight on break and got a break in, and so I've got a full 4.5 driving period left. So I asked the young man on the forks if he minded me recording a bit, and he said that's fine. I did start recording it the other way, facing from the truck backwards, but loads of other people decided to come out outside and were in view of the camera. So I turned it the other way. Oh, it's not exciting for you guys, but it's something. Better than me just driving from here to there. And this van just tried sneaking out inside of me on that roundabout, and I wanted enough space for him, so I was expecting some kind of gesticulation from him, but none came. Maybe realised he'd screwed up. So right now we are heading for Manchester, Stakehill Industrial Estate. I'm going to a place called Tontarelli. A quick Google search tells me that they make soup, which I'm then taking them to Middlesbrough. I think it's Tesco's RDC at Middlesbrough. I went there to the Saturday to do a trailer swap when I was on Tesco work, shop work. It's nice and easy. So I've got a 2 o'clock booking into this place in Manchester to load, and a 6 o'clock booking for tipping. So as it's worked out, it's not worked out too bad, has it really, being delayed all that time? Because now I've got an ETA of 1:30 into Manchester for this load. So like I say, it's not a major drama, is it? You know, it's like a whinge and whine as much as I like about being delayed. But it's working in my favour anyway, so I've only had to stop and waste time somewhere else on the way up. Like I say, it's worked in my favour. So we'll scoot on a bit further north, head up towards Tontarelli. Very Spanish, that, isn't it? Or Italian, isn't it? I don't bloody know. Right, stick a bit of time lapse for you guys, because I know you all love time lapse. Most of you do. Some of you do. 1 or 2 of you do. And yeah, whack some music on. Oh, music. Well, quick one before we disappear. I've been asked a couple of times where I get my music from. There is a link in my description. That's always there every week, and I mean to put it on the screen every week as well. All music I use is supplied by Epidemic Sounds. Yes, promoting them is a bit of a link I get, a bit of a paid sponsorship, I suppose. because if you use that link in the description, it's unique to me. It is a subscription thing. Basically, if you want to use the music, you've got to subscribe to their website. And if you, whoever you may be, goes and subscribes to their website, I get a free month. No, if you use my link, that is, I get a free month's worth of subscription. So yeah, I've got to tell you that. So Epidemic Sounds. Oh good God. I'll stick a link. So the link's in the description, and I'll try and put it on the screen as well if I remember. So enjoy the music. So I do get a lot of compliments on my music choice. I do take a bit of time picking out the right music. So enjoy. There's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands.
Guess I was an easy one to fool. Blue-eyed and blonde, just a regular tool. But some things you just don't realize. Even though they're happening right in front of your eyes. I'm not even sure just what went wrong. All I know, I've stayed here for too long. Some tears are softer than others. Sometimes even gold can rust. Some flags will suddenly change colors, and that's what makes it hard to know just what to try.
Hi guys. Well, things didn't quite go according to plan as we were last talking. I got a phone call from the office, asked me to divert into rugby, into Runcorn, our yard at Runcorn. Let me just adjust that a little bit. Yeah, that's better. So I could swap trailers. Because I had a fairly low trailer on, I had a 13.3 trailer on, and after I've done this job, apparently I need a higher trailer. So now I've got a 14.6 foot trailer and it's blue. I've got rid of the A-Stobart trailer that I had on. So I've just loaded. I was going to film coming in, but I was chatting to my own phone and I completely forgot. But I've just loaded that Tontorelli. There's virtually no weight on it. It's all plastic boxes and furniture and stuff. There's no weight in it whatsoever. The lift axle's not gone down, or tag axle's not gone down at all. And it actually feels like it's empty. But it's not. There's 20 pallets on. And these are going up to Tesco's at Middlesbrough at Teesport. I've got a 6 o'clock booking for that, but I'm a little bit behind now because obviously going to Runcorn cost me a considerable amount of time. So it was 20 to 3 when I got here to load. It's now 20 past 3. So it's cost me a bit of time. As it stands, I've got an ETA of 15:38 up to Middlesbrough. It's 2 hours and 12 minutes. I've got 2 hours and 30 on this current drive period. So I'm hoping I can sneak in, get up there on this drive period. It's not going to leave me much time when I get up there, but once I've handed my paperwork and that in and get on a bay, I can stick it on brake while I'm on the bay. While I'm getting tipped, because I'm not doing anything. Time's free, I can do what I like. So I'm legally allowed to take a break. Well, I show some working time when I get there, when I first get on the bay, which is handing my paperwork in. And then as soon as that red light comes on, sorry, the green light comes on the bay, saying I'm tipped, as long as I put it back on other work, pointing at the camera, should be up there, pointing at the tacho. As long as I put the tacho back on other work before I go and pick the paperwork up, there's nothing that can be said legally wise, because I outwork in between them, if that makes sense. So hopefully I'll be able to squeeze a half-hour break in. If not, I'll just have to pull outside the gates. I know there's areas around that spot that I can take a break. So I'm gonna tootle on top north to where they talk even funnier than I do. So I'll keep this one short, and I'll catch up with you as I'm approaching Tesco's up at Middlesbrough. So I'll speak to you in about 2 hours. Seconds for you. Speak to you soon, guys. Bye for now. Hi guys. Well, I'm where am I? Middlesbrough. I'm just heading into Teesport. I've got 2.5 miles to go. I'm going to Tesco's. As I said earlier, uneventful drive up, nice and simple, nice straightforward drive, no dramas whatsoever. So that being the case, I've got absolutely nothing to tell thee. Absolutely nothing to tell thee. There's no weight in this thing with the product on the back. It's so light. So light to the point I forget that it's actually got something about that, it's actually loaded. Obviously I've still got to take care on, throwing it into corners and roundabouts and that, for obviously I don't want the pallets and that to tip over, because there's no way you can strap these things. You simply can't strap them down. There's no internals in this thing, so I can't even use internals. Because of the trailer, it's got a removable roof. So there's absolutely no way of securing them, but there's no weight in them. So I don't know how Mr. Vosa would see it if I was to be stopped and checked. I don't know. I'll wet you up. Well, this is coming into Teesport now. Correctly, roundabout goes straight across, come to another roundabout and hang a left. It might be a left turn, I can't remember. Don't know. But I'm due in at 6 o'clock and it's 25 to 17:35 right now, so I made good time. I am going to need a break. I've got 25 minutes left of my driving time. So by the time I get on a bay, probably another 10-15 minutes to get on, get in and get on a bay. So I'll only have about 10 minutes left of driving time in this driving period. As I said earlier, I'll leave it on other work while I go and put my paperwork in. Then I will come back to my truck. I'll come back to my truck, stick it on brake, and then do the reverse when I go pick my paperwork up. That then, I just flashed my my roof lights, my amber strobes, because that truck tyre van, I forgot to turn his off. So it's just a reminder for him. So give me a big hands up wave. So thanks, turn them off. Teesport security, which is no security whatsoever because there's nobody in it. Will indicate. I'll go this way. There's a Tesco's and an Asda down here. The postcode I got given puts me into the container port to his left hand side. Don't understand why, don't know. But it's 100% it's going into the distribution centre, which you probably can't see on camera, but it's way over to the 10 o'clock position, which is over there. For you non-military people. And I'm very tired and I'm very hungry. To the point where I'm getting hangry, as they call it. I'm not at all. But I am hungry. I've got chilli for tea. I think I mentioned that earlier. Chilli and rice. Cooked at home. Divvied up into individual portions. I think I got 5 portions from one cooking. So it probably costs about £7 to make it, something like that. To actually, buy the ingredients, etc. Cooked it up, divvied it up into 5 portions. 4 of them being into individual, what I call Chinese takeaway plastic pots. We buy them in bulk from Costco. Work out about 10p each, something like that. So I divvied 4 of them up, and the 5th one went into a bowl, and I had that for my tea on Sunday night. My good lady had already made some bolognese, pasta bolognese, so she did the same with that. Divvied that up into containers, and then we'll let it go cold. That's the way out. So I remember how I get in. So yeah, obviously we let it go cold, and then I'll bring either 3 or 4 portions with me for the week, and then the rest of it, once it's cold properly, she'll seal the lids, chucks it in the freezer, and then for the next couple of weeks I'll take out X amount of portions out of the freezer and bring them to work. Stick them in the fridge. They don't need to be kept frozen. Itchy nails. Stick them in the freezer. Stick them in the fridge, and then as the week progresses, I have less and less cooking time because obviously the defrosting throughout the week. So right, there should be an electronic panel on here. It doesn't seem to be working. So please use intercom. Terminal not working, please use intercom. I'll get back a smidge. That'll do. Right, stay there. And you can listen to me out to.
Hello there.
Hi there, I've got a delivery for you.
Have you been before?
Not for a delivery, no. I've done a collection before from here.
All the way along the back, halfway down to see the goods in office. Can you come in there, please?
Certainly can. I will see you shortly.
Cheers.
Cheers, pal.
Door is open.
Hi guys, welcome back. Oi! Speed ramp there. Well, I'm tipped. I'm just leaving. Flashy flashes on. I'm just leaving. I'm just pulling through the yard. At Tesco's. Hence, front camera not being on because I'm still on the premises. I've got to go to the gate, press for security, give them a password. And a password I will try and remember to bleep out. However, the password is changed every day, so it doesn't matter. Oh man. So the plan for tomorrow is I'm going to Peterlee, which is about 45 minutes away from here, to, I think it's Walker's Foods. I'm sure it's Walker's Foods. Let's have a quick nose. Again, I'm on private land, so I can play with my phone. Yeah, it's Walker's, and then it's going to Walker's at Leicester. So that's tomorrow's work. I'm loading at 5:15 in the morning, apparently. That ain't going to happen. Bearing in mind it's 7:15 now. I'm going to go up to Durham Services, which makes my drive to Walkers to Peterlee a bit longer than it really needed to be, but I'm not parking in a lay-by. Not if I can help it. I'm not doing it. So I'm heading up to Durham Services, and I'll pick up 688, I think it is. I'll take me over towards Peterlee for the morning, and I'll get there when I get there. There's nothing more I can do. Nothing more I can do. So into security now. Let's get out of here, and then we'll have a chat about this coronavirus. Of course, you guys can't see, can you? I was going to say, there's two guys over to my right now. I've been wandering around the whole site all the time I've been here. I don't understand it myself. But anyway. More gas. Hi buddy, trying to get off site, mate. Password silver.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Door is open.
Door is open. Front camera back on. Alright, we're out. Oh, we can get rid of that stupid annoying noise. I know you guys don't like it, and I know you whine and whinge at me for having them on, but no choice when I'm on site moving around. Nah, 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 nah. Alright, let's get moving. Like I said, Durham Services is going to be my intended destination for this evening. It's blowing a hoolie out there, it's windy, so I don't really want to be sat in the middle of nowhere with a curtain side on. It's quite a high curtain sider as well. Not that high, but you know. So coronavirus, right. These are my personal thoughts. So obviously everybody's got their own opinion on this. I think within this country, and from what I'm seeing from around the world, from various other vloggers that I watch a lot of van life vloggers, and I'm seeing it around the world. So it's not just specific to the UK. A lot of people are being very ignorant, downright stupid in the respect of the panic buying, the wastefulness involved with that. You know, with all the fresh produce that's ended up in the bins now. You know, the fresh meats, fresh veg, and etc. All the bread that's getting discarded because basically they've not used it. You know, they've rushed out and bought all this stuff, and they've not used it because they didn't need it. You know, but you're just stupid. If you're doing it, you're stupid. Absolutely dumb, and you need to stop. The second one is, regardless of what your actual thoughts are regarding the virus, we're in this virtual lockdown now. It's not being declassified as a lockdown, but it virtually is. Boris gave us a set of instructions to follow, and the amount of morons that are not following it, are just not following it. Whether you agree with it or not, it doesn't matter. You know, everybody on the planet, maybe not everybody, there are some morons out there that probably don't, but majority, I'd say a very high percentage of normal people want us to get back to a sense of normality, as in, you know, going to work, you know, normally, not having to wear face masks, gloves, etc., washing your hands 1,000 times a day, you know, hand sanitizer, etc., etc. We just want a normal day. Just want to go to work, enjoy your day at work. You want to go see a mate, if he's having a bad day, give him a freaking cuddle. We can't even do that. You know, I'm a big handshaker. If I see a mate, I'll go up to him, I'll shake his hand. You can't even do it. You know, you walk into shops and you get treated like a freaking leper. And I'm sick of it. Absolutely sick of it. But I appreciate why. You know, there's a lot of scaremongering going on regarding this virus. In my opinion, a lot of it's scaremongering. And that being the case, all these restrictions and things have come into place that we have to follow. The sooner everybody gets it in their freaking swede that this is what's got to happen, and once it happens, we'll come out of this the other side. The longer the morons go out shopping as a family, go to the park as a family, go for walks in the hills as a family, the longer you do it, the longer it's going to be before this lockdown gets lifted, because they're not seeing you doing as you're told. You know, you're still causing a potential risk, if there is a risk. We won't go into that. But I'm sure you understand exactly where I'm coming from. I'm sure you understand that you've seen it for yourself. You know, I called into Sainsbury's on my way home on Saturday morning last week to get a few bits and pieces. The wife asked me to pick stuff up. I'm already out, so why does she need to go out, right? So I goes into Morrison's and there's a husband and wife walking around hand in hand. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, you think? But why does both of them need to be there? They're doubling the risk of taking that virus back into their house. They're doubling the risk of spreading that virus. They're doubling the risk of bringing that virus out of their house and putting it onto some products in that shop. They don't need to do it. One person takes to go shopping. That one person could go shopping. I also saw full families. I will say husband, you know, mum, dad and kids. I assume that the mum, dad and kids. But mum, dad, well, adult female, adult male and several children running around together. Why? You know, I appreciate mum might not be able to drive, but surely she can give dad a list and he can go shopping. I know it's supposed to be the woman thing to do. Just use your brain cells, people. Just use your brain cells. You know, this furlough that we're in, this 80% pay, that in itself's annoying, really freaking annoying, because I'm working my tits off, as are, you know, I'd say probably thousands of other truck drivers. You know, we've got all other key workers like the shop assistants, etc, etc, and then the heroes, as have been labelled, the NHS staff. You know, we're all working our tits off, yet we only get paid 100% of his wage for working all these hours, where those on furlough get to sit at home with the families and get 80% of the wage. Is that right? Is that right? I don't think that's right. Is it right? You know, every one of us that's out here is putting ourselves at risk, and we're getting a 20% more for working a full week. Is it right? No. Anyway, I'm starting to get my high horse. The whole reason for me actually mentioning the whole reason for me mentioning the whole of the virus and the COVID-19 and all that good stuff, what I actually wanted to say was just think positive. And the whole of that rant's been negative on it. Anyway, think positive about it. Think about the good stuff that you've got. If you are on furlough and you are stuck at home with your family, enjoy the time. Enjoy the time you've got with your wife and kids if you've got them. If you've got a wife, if you actually like her, that is. You know, enjoy the time. You know, you are getting that 80% pay. Yes, it's up in the air how you're going to get it and whatever, but you are going to get it. You know, it's been put in place. You know, the government put the cash aside and whatever. You are going to get that 80%. So, you know, enjoy the time. It's not a free holiday. It's time to spend with your family. Yes, you've got sacrifice. You've got to stick at home and all that good stuff. But enjoy the time you have. You know, get those jobs done around the house. Get out in the garden if you've got one. You know, get that shed cleaned out. You know, to clean out your garage. Do some decorating. Obviously, you can't go out and buy stuff, but you know, there's ways and means of it, and you know, filling your time. Get the freaking board games out. Play board games with your kids if you've got kids. You know, me and my kids were playing Frustration on the week. You know that one at the weekend we were playing Frustration. You know that one with the dice in the middle goes pop 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 pop. It's really freaking annoying. That's more frustrating than the game. Frustration. We were playing that. We're playing Uno. You know the card game Uno? I can't see a thing where I'm going because that sun's so bright. Yeah, the card game Uno. I haven't played it for years. We've had the cards around the house, never played it. We had a game of Uno. So my daughter started to lose and she lost Teddy. I got fed up, didn't want to play anymore. But it was great. We enjoyed it. think of the positives. This lockdown situation that we're in is pretty crap, but think of the positives. You know, you get to spend time with your family. You get to sort stuff out at home. You're not eating crap like we used to do. You know, your McDonald's, etc. Just enjoy the positives. So on that lovely note, think nice things. There's enough crap in the world, there's enough crap going around on Facebook, there's enough crap on the news. You know, doom and gloom and all that stuff knocking about. So let's all just think positive. You know, we are going to come out of this the other side. You know, yes, some of us may have been ill, some of us unfortunately will have lost their lives. You know, it's unfortunate, but death is the only thing guaranteed in life, isn't it? If it's COVID-19 that takes you, short time to go, unfortunately. It's harsh, but it is the truth. All we can do is minimise the risks. So think positive, people. I'm going to stop ranting, get off my soapbox, get over to Durham Services and get parked up for the night. And I'll take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for spending the time with me. I hope I put a smile on your face and keep you entertained through this shit times. Excuse my language, and I'm not going to bleep that one out. I hope I give you a break from normality. You get to see this stupid fat bloke from Yorkshire terrorising the tarmac, making a fool of himself. I hope it puts a smile on your face, even if it's only temporary. If you have liked what you've seen, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you'll get notified every time I upload. If you've already subscribed, thank you guys, really appreciate it. Don't forget, when I hit that 2,000 subs, I'm at about just under 1,400 at the moment. Get to that 2,000 subs, I'm going to do a hot food challenge, hot food challenge, spicy food. I really fancy doing the pack where you one chip challenge. It's really expensive though, so I have to talk the wife into that one. About 45 quid for one taco. It'll be a good laugh. The taco's black. It looks bringing. Anyway, 2,000 subs that. Spread me around. Spread me around. I sound like a prostitute. Anywho, subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. Comment below, let me know what you think to my rant about the COVID-19. Make sure you send me the photos for your selfies. Do that through Instagram, Facebook, and email, my business email. And as always, people, thanks for riding along with me. Until I see you next week, enjoy yourself, stay safe, wash those hands, and stay at home if you don't have to go to work. Take care, guys. Speak to you next week. Bye for now.